Now, Jack, this interview was 36 minutes. Do you feel this was a part one of a further interview that might come out later? Do you feel
No,
it was?
after this interview, grand opening, grand closing. He ain't saying shit else. Not after this interview. It's part of the reason why I'm doing it. I'm going to be the most obnoxious until you say my name, say my name. When everyone's around you, tell them you hate me. Tell them, say it. Say it. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist. You scared, knock me. Say it.
Well, not.
You want to go to Philly and play with Chip Amir and that weird half of rich Erica bag you? You think you flexing on me, ho? In my hometown? It ain't been much of a hometown since you started doing business there, buying real estate there, and allegedly flooding fentanyl all over my hometown. Throwing people out of their homes just like you did over there in Brooklyn. You a piece of you are the scourge of the earth. You are an incubus of viral plague. Go down to the Platte. Bad things happen to superstars at the Platte. That's where David Ruffin was found dead. Over there in the brush. Barely a quarter mile from where you gonna be performing. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe somebody who noticed that you snubbed state property and Jasmine Sullivan and replaced them with T.I. and K. Lonnie. Maybe one of them will just get mad and get rid of you. Allegedly. Maybe,
Yeah.
if we're lucky.
It's just shit.
I'm sure your wife would love to cash in policy so she could get her mama off the bread line so her mama ain't got to run around.
Oh, damn. Uh,
Maybe they can get a loan. Maybe they won't have to keep getting second mortgages. They got to be able to get at least what 150 million for you.
at least, at least.
That
God
should be enough to make some good investment. And then they'd be able to take everything else because of the kids. I know you had her on, a purse. She got 1 million for every kid if there was ever a divorce. So I'm sure it'll split between. But then again, you being gone, it'll be so much easier to get your DNA. All those other kids will be able to cash in. It might get smaller. You plan on taking a test for Ramin yet? You could make that whole situation go away with just a drop of blood, rather than wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on these legal maneuvers. You go for Vladimir. You get a little blood and then boom, and then he gone. Look at me solving your problems one by one.
damn. Just to change gears again.
Keep sending motherfuckers to my channels. Keep sending people to stalk me down. Keep going after my GoFundMe. Keep going after my social media. Y'all keep playing the game that you're playing. And you can tell, what's her name? The caddy and her sister. Keep playing them internet games. Keep playing with Danny Robinson. Or should I call you Joshy? Hey, Joshy. I hope you can have a happy Easter.
Oh, damn.
Maybe not. I'm finding a network piece by piece and putting it all together. It's fabulous. Hey, Ling Ling.
Not Ling Ling. Damn. Um, yeah, can we speak about
I know she called me 80 right then. I felt it come through the screen in future time.
can we speak on Miss Carisha, please, Young Miami? She does interview with Charlemagne. Of course, she speaks on a lot.
Y'all the
Speaks on
fraud. I'm calling him Shar Kelly now.
damn. They sit down and she actually speaks on Diddy, and she actually admits
Yeah,
to saying
yeah.
that.
She cared for him and then he a good friend. and she don't know how to let her good friend down. And she owned up to everything for the most part, even being an idiot. The only thing she wouldn't take head on was the urine thing, which don't nobody believe. Everybody know he pissed in your mouth just like he pissed in everybody else's mouth. You ain't
Right.
special.
I don't know what golden showers is.
And that, yeah, you don't know what golden showers is. That's like saying you don't know what NyQuil is. We know you gave that shit to your kids so you could go shake gas for money allegedly, but we ain't gonna get into it. You stop lying. Stop lying. Tell the truth. People will respect you more. What you think? You can put a pig in Chanel. It's still a pig. See, when I listened to the interview, you probably shouldn't have told me to listen to that interview. She's probably going to be upset that you asked me to listen to that interview because then I got to go through the comments and then I got to hear what she had to say about her own life. Please, somebody take her children away from her. Take those kids away from her. Let's not wait for you to go to jail like your mama did, so that y'all can act, so the kids can have a good upbringing. Somebody need to get that away from them kids. Little Rod was right about her. She don't give no about them kids. Like he said, he didn't even know she had kids. She had her head stuck so far up and her finger so far down in his pocket, trying to put it on his credit card. She didn't even have children. Everybody was at the family affairs, and she left her kids somewhere else. Probably because you didn't want your children to see you get pissed on.
She said she
But the
wanted.
simple, huh?
She said she wanted Diddy's baby. She wanted his child.
Yeah, I bet she do. She looking at that other little Asian girl, the trans girl. And as long as she ain't got no baby, she's forced to go back and forth with what's her name? The goofy one, the Gina Hunt. Gina was just funning the shit out of her. No wonder she wanted to do this interview. Gina called all kinds of weirdo. And I can understand why. Because if you won't claim it, then claim it all. You wanted it all. You wanted it all. You wanted to be the one. You was with Diddy. Everything was great. You was sunning on everybody. You had that half a heap Saucy Santana with you, sitting there acting a fool and acting a mockery. Let that little weirdo talk shit about JT and all kinds of stuff, but you love JT. Bitch, get the out of here. I give it to your PR team. They're doing a good job teaching you how to lie better, but unfortunately, we still know you're lying. Of course, you got pissed on. Of course, you got hit. Of course, allegedly. All of those things happen to you that happen to every other girl because you're not that special. You're just not.
Yeah, Pink Tusi was involved. Let's not get that
Yeah.
twisted.
And her sitting there talking about, yeah, like I said, don't feel a thing. I can understand why it's easy for you to lie. You ain't feel it. You was just able to go shopping the next day, and that's what mattered to you. Because when she said that she came up in Opalaka, then I understood. I understood everything. See, all I needed to hear was where she was from. She said Opalaka.
That let you know.
She might as well be from Natchitoches. Poor dirt, swamp trash, proper. When she sat there and talked about how her mother was so popular because she was a whore, well, a loose woman, and a booster. She was proud that her mother was a thief. See, her mama went to jail and she had to sit around and take care of her mother's litter.
Yeah, yeah. Therefore,
Girls
now
that come from places like that, in dark little towns like that, sleepy towns, where people don't ever expect anybody to make it out of.
the sundown.
There's a certain kind of desperation that it brews in a bitch like her that can barely speak English at 35 or 33, something like that.
To want a man that is
She's speaking on an eighth grade reading level and raising children. And she's supposed to be a rapper.
She wants a man.
She's asking her adolescent child to critique her adult explicit content album to see
Boy,
which songs kids will like. She said that.
boy.
Somebody please go get them kids before they grow up hating women and end up choking them out in rest stops all along I-20 thinking about this bitch.
She said her man needs to make at least 100 million.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
She don't have because she wants to be taken care of and because she wants to feel special and whoopty whoopty whoop. I just don't know what man that's worth $100 million will want her after she been ran through by Diddy and she's still bragging about it on records. Because it sounds good that you had a billionaire you. Like you're pathetic. Like this interview, and it's sad because people, oh, this is such a great interview. This is such a great interview. Yeah, for a whore. For a whore that made it out of dirt, it's a great interview. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, I used to think clowning her was appropriate, but it's not. We should all pity her. Because considering how loyal she is to the diddler, she probably took more abuse than everybody else and did it with a smile just so she ain't gotta go back. People telling her how successful she was on her podcast when everybody knows that Diddy bought her stats because she was a good little Ghislaine, allegedly.
Yeah.
Because she ain't have a problem. Yeah, of course you weren't worried about testifying. You had the conversations with the feds. They found out what you knew and realized testimony from you could it up and make it almost impossible for him to be able to allegedly get off of the bigger charges. You caught a pass because things were working in the devil's behalf. You just didn't expect him to have to go to jail. You didn't think that the conscience of even normal working folk would still vote for him to catch the Mann Act. And now there are state charges coming, and you got to think about all of those guns and all of them drugs. And then you got the Jonathan Haidt case, and they're moving forward. And apparently, he has enough evidence for the district attorney to feel confident to continue to investigate. If he don't make it out, you're being loyal to poverty. Because what I can promise you is this. If he goes effectively broke, and for him, broke would be 100 million with all of and everything and all of the people that's drawing off of his and all 6, 7 of his kids, ain't gonna be no money for you. See, that's what you get for listening to that little swamp trash trainee that was talking about me, talking about fuck you, Jaguar. That's right, Carisha. Keep your mouth shut, Bookie, because daddy's coming home. How you feeling now, Tranny? You weird swamp thing. Keep my name out your mouth, talking about fuck you, Jaguar. That's right, Carisha. Did a whole short about it. Tried to go mini viral, talking about fuck me. Fuck your friend. Maybe you'll like yourself again.
Real life.